What up, world? What up, everybody out there watching? This is 3 Men Talk, show where we just talk about real shit in a real way. 3 guys covering the same cloth, bringing you the topics of the day. Right to my left, J Rock, in the middle, the owner of this fine establishment, our repair Savannah, Richmond Hill, and on my other left is J Trey, aka Young Yoda. Yo, alright, so today, and once again, I'm Raz. I ain't say that, I'm Raz though. So, first topic, black gun ownership, and it's on the rise. And it's on the rise. I saw it, so like an NBC article earlier. It was, I think it said in the Trump era, black gun ownership is on the rise. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess why, like y'all gun owners, I ain't got one yet. I'm gonna get one soon. So like, why?
Get on that.
Yeah, I did. Like, why is it on the rise? You know what I'm saying? Should it be on the rise? Should every black person have a gun?
Most definitely. It ain't even you have to put race into it at all, period.
Okay.
I think everybody should have a gun, period. But black people most definitely. Why? Because kind of seems like we're targets. Not to mention all the violence that goes on and everything that's happening out here on a day-to-day basis. If you are legal to carry, you learn the rules and regulations, the policies, and really the how to, you know, the everyday use of a firearm. I think personally you should definitely be carrying. I will leave my phone, my wallet, my keys before I walk outside without my gun. That's just that. I've done it. I've done it. I'm like, gun check. I'm good. We good. If I leave my gun, I feel naked. I can fight. But you, especially when you, it's like I came from California. I'm from Cali. Shout out to Cali. I love it. But I hate the gun laws. The gun laws for California are it's so strict and so regulated that owning a gun in California is just ridiculous. It's pretty stupid to do it anyway, because if you get caught with a firearm out there, you could be legal, law-abiding citizen, and still be considered a criminal carrying a weapon. When you living in a state like Georgia, where I can sell you my gun today with only really I don't need nothing. Only to look at your ID to know that you're 21. I sell you my gun. Period. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I mean, it's a crazy law that it's allowed, but it's done that way, which means that anybody can have a firearm. Anyone in the state of Georgia, anybody. So at the end of the day, if you out here without one, you should probably have one, because you never know who's going to have one.
I said a guy at a bar one night. I mean, I said him drinking quite a few. with a strap on his side. I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Hey.
Right. I didn't get that. You
okay,
know what I'm saying?
I'm guilty of that shit. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of guilty.
So why is it like? So why is it that people want to take race out of like gun ownership, right? You know what I'm saying? Because like you said it at first, like it don't matter if it's black or white, and I've watched a lot of videos, and it seems like black people and white people say the same thing. It's not about race, but it is about race a little bit, because like for a long time, black people couldn't own guns, and it's a lot of people, mothers growing up say you don't need a gun. It's a lot of like underlying subliminal messages for black people to say you don't need a gun.
That's because
everybody around you got a gun.
Everybody got one.
That's because
that's a very good point.
When you grow up where the majority of black people grew up, the only time that they ever seen somebody else that was black have a firearm is usually illegally owned.
I have correct you on that.
No, it may not be, but perception of it is illegally owned.
I grew up in the country. I knew how to shoot a rifle before I knew how to shoot a handgun.
Well, that's normal.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying like, but in the woods, there's guns. I mean, people in the woods usually, everybody got a gun. Like, grandma got a gun. You know what I'm saying? But might not be rolling with that gun. Like, now my family in like Philly, it was different. My older cousin, which is a female, was the one with the gun that when we went out. She had the strap. And if you meet her, you wouldn't even believe she owns a strap. You know what I'm saying? But again, I think that reflects the environment also. You know what I'm saying? Like where you were brought up at. But you made a good point though. It's interesting that we were basically shunned away from owning guns. You know what I'm saying? That's damn. I never thought about that per se in that respect because I believe if you can have one, I believe you should have one.
Right, because I tried to get a concealed carry in North Carolina, and I had to go to the sheriff's office, and they had to sign off on it and say,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, you can have it. And the lady made a comment, like a little smart comment, and she was like, it's rare to see a young man with a clean record. You know what I'm saying? And clearly it's because I'm black.
She didn't say the full content of it.
Yeah, I know, right? She
very rare.
Yeah. It's because I'm black.
Like we gotta, like why we? I deal with the same nonsense. It's like it depends on what I'm feeling that day. If I'm in a good mood, if I'm not, what do you mean by that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's be more specific, man. I just want to understand the content of your statement. That's when they look at you like you're crazy. Go to fumbling and shit, but I'm not the one who spewed that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like, truthfully, if we want to go there, if we look at history, I should be more afraid of you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I should be blocking my door when you walk close to my motherfucking door. When little Tommy comes up, I should be click, 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 click. You know what I'm saying? If I go to history to look at what I should do, you know, just because of that, I'm going to get one tomorrow.
I got a few for sale. I'm just saying. I got quite a few. So every day is I got one for every day of the week, and I consider every day of the week to carry two at all times.
But let me ask you, are you carrying for protection? Are you carrying for defense? Because I like, you said something like when old boy got elected, I don't know about you or you two, I just started seeing more people, you know what I'm saying, walking around with straps. And I'm looking at these people. Ain't no fight in you. Zero fight. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody, like I think like some people I've seen, somebody can take your strap. They wanted your strap. You know, because a split second can take a punk to being a killer.
Yeah.
You scared enough, you will light somebody ass up.
Yeah.
And deal with repercussions later. You know? I'd rather quote rap again, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Yeah. Any day of the motherfucking week.
Wow.
And I don't dwell in that negative light. I don't look for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I have more to lose. I don't have shit to prove per se. I got more to lose. Like my kids need me out here. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be fighting no cases and shit like that.
Right.
But if a bitch, like, you know, what do I do if somebody potentially, you know, threatens my life?
You say that, and you ask a question because I carry every day for protection, but it's like the time that we were driving, me and my family, 2 children, my wife is driving, I'm sitting in the passenger seat. We're coming from Savannah, actually we're coming from Eaton. It's like 9 o'clock at night, and traffic for some strange reason, but there was a part in the road where they started doing construction. So that road started turning into one lane. We're in the lane already where everyone else has to merge in. We're right behind a pickup truck. There's a vehicle on the left-hand side of us, and it decides, instead of just waiting to go behind us, it wants to drive in the lane where the cones are to try to jump in front of us. Now the pickup truck noticed it, my wife noticed it, so what did she do? She was starting to push the brake, but the pickup truck hit his brake so that the dude couldn't jump in front of us. So this guy on the side gets pissed off. He starts trying to like slow up and hit the gas and slow up to try to edge his way in, and my wife was like, nah man, just get to the back. Alright. So then he stops, goes around us. Now on the right hand side is a gutter lane. The gutter lane, he tries to just gun it to get in front of the truck. And the truck, they are like inches away from hitting each other because this dude wasn't trying to back down. He tries to jump over, the truck wasn't having it. So he ended up just driving all the way down on the gutter lane, cutting everybody off until there was an opening. He jumped in. We was just like, whatever. So we start driving down. We get on the highway. Well, we noticed that the same damn car is right in front of us. So we like, whatever. We going home. I guess at some point this dude believed that we were following him. Whatever. We're going home. We took a right. He took a right, but he was in front of us, so he thought we was following him. That's fine. As soon as we got to this light, he was in front of us. We had on our blinker already before we even got to the light. He got in that lane to turn left as well, turn left. He thought we were following. He slams on his brakes. My wife's driving. He didn't see my wife, or he didn't see me. He saw my wife only driving because I was leaning back. He jumps out of the car after he slammed on the brakes. My wife slams on her brakes because he completely stopped. Middle of the street. He jumps out of the car, comes running up to her window. Mind you, he doesn't know I'm in the car. My wife has tinted windows. He's coming to bang on the window, and in my mind I'm saying to myself, this is Georgia. I'm from Cali. In Cali, if you do this, the majority of the people in Cali, they gonna ride dirty anyway, because in Cali, the gun laws are, your gun has to be in the trunk, in a case, with a lock, magazine out and inside of the glove compartment, locked. In Georgia, you riding, you got it.
Yeah, ready.
So I was ready. I have, at that particular day, like every day, I literally usually have one on my ankle and one on my side. So that particular day, I had my pants on, I had one on my ankle, one on my side. Jumped out the car because he's banging on her window, pointed the gun at this dude. Yo, get back in your car. You don't want this problem. He's black. I'm not trying to kill you. I'm trying to allow you the opportunity to go home. He starts walking towards me like I ain't strapped and pointing at you already.
We think it's bitching you.
But my shit already cocked and ready to go. I never have to actually cock my shit. It's already one in the chamber. Then, because he has his brother in the vehicle, and the only reason why I know it's his brother is because his mom was in the vehicle as well, and she got out after. Got the gun pointing at this dude. His brother jumps out of the passenger side and starts coming towards me. As soon as he got out, I pulled the one from my ankle. Now I got both of them, and my other one that I pulled from my ankle actually has a laser, so I pointed that shit at his forehead, and I was like, yo, you do not want this problem. Today will be the last day you breathe, and I'm not going to just walk away, you know, and let this shit happen. My kids is in the car for one, so regardless of how you feel, I felt threatened. I'd have got off anyway. Honestly, as soon as you got out of your fucking car, my kids is in my car. I don't know what you got. This is Georgia. I don't know what the fuck you got. So I just shoot on sight.
Correct.
As soon as you got out your car, banged on my wife's window, nigga, it'd have been a wrap. I was trying to give you the chance. Then his mama jumps out the car and actually started approaching me. Now, I don't trust you either, lady. I don't trust you either.
Right.
I don't know if you got a taser. I don't know. You can get it too.
That's the treat of the fruit.
Right.
So, and then she's like, those are my sons. Don't shoot. Please don't kill them. Well, you better tell your fucking sons to get their ass back in that fucking car.
Right.
Because today will be the last day. And so it happened. Everybody. See, but the driver wasn't listening. This dude just kept walking towards the car, but he looked like he was reaching in there. I had to yell out, dude, trust me when I say, if you come out of that vehicle and anything in your hands, I'm fucking shooting you. It's not going to be a hesitation in my mind. I'm going to shoot. It could be a cell phone. I don't give a fuck what it is. At this point, I feel like the officer. I feel like how the police feel. Like, I don't know what the fuck he had in his hand. I can't see that far. He had something. Your ass getting shot.
The good officers.
The good officers.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, like I said, I don't know you, but he was heated at the moment, so I had to get out of the car threatened. I felt threatened, but that's why, even since that day, it don't matter. I come out of the house. If I even attempted to drive down the street and I go, oh, I'm hitting at you, I'm going back. I don't care. So I will leave my phone at home and be like, oh, I got a phone at work.
Right.
I ain't leaving that shit. And I got a gun at work. But I feel more, because road rage is something that fucking happens daily. I came from South Carolina, and just because I'm driving a fucking Mustang don't mean I'm trying to race your ass every goddamn chance I get. Like, it don't mean that. But I had a dude in the van cut me off, and then when you cut me off because I'm driving 75 miles per hour on a 70, and you decide you want to do fucking 90, but the rest of the road is open. But because I'm in the farthest lane to the left, and you decide, I want your ass to go up faster.
Right.
You gonna ride my ass, and I ain't moving. I don't give a fuck. I'm doing 75, nigga. I'm doing the speed limit and some. So if you want to go faster, roll your ass around.
Like, how do you even remember this shit? Because I go through shit like this, and I forget it the next second.
No, I don't get that. Because every day, if I have to take this shit happens all the time. If I have to take a long drive, this shit if for some reason it happens, my wife be in the car, she'd be like, why the fuck when you drive, somebody always come and fucking with you? And I'd be like, I don't know. It's the same thing. I drove to my buddy's house in Atlanta. Actually, this particular day, this van, and it's for some reason it's always a fucking van. It's always a van that want to speed. This motherfucking van drove 90, 98 miles per hour, came up to the rear of my fucking bumper, hit the brakes, drove around, and then hit his brakes in front of me because I wasn't going his speed.
Damn.
So you didn't get over. Like,
I didn't get over like I was like he wanted me to.
Felt you was supposed to.
Give a fuck about that. So what I do?
I know, right?
So what I do? My shit definitely got more horsepower, you know what I'm saying? But I drove around, got in front of him, hit the brake. Bitch, you want to play this game? We can play this game. No, we can play this game. Then
somebody has to.
No. Oh, it was a bigger man. Then we start driving up. Dude want to throw a water bottle at my shit. Okay, fine. I roll my window down. Nigga, I can spit bullets at your shit. As soon as I pointed that Let me tell you what happened after that, though. For some strange reason, there's a police officer sitting on the side of the road, parked. I saw his fucking car. I seen his car when I was passing. He was pointed the opposite direction. The van, hurry up, drove into the ditch to go tell him. No. So you already know a nigga was doing about 180. I said, we gotta go. Now he fears for his life.
Right.
But at the instant, like again, I got kids in my car, so yeah, you fucking did that shit first. But when you go tell the police and they come looking for me because they're like, oh, this nigga got a gun in the car, then it's become a problem. Oh, but it wasn't a problem when you decided to do 100 miles per hour and try to hit my shit.
That's real, but at the same time,
I don't give a shit.
somebody sleep here.
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with you know, proverbially taking the punk
You
route.
can't yell at nobody in the car.
Yeah,
And the nigga threw a water bottle. Come on now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell y'all some funny shit real quick.
Go bad.
My
Shit
man,
like
my man was a cab driver in New York, so he's a piece of shit. He's
He
almost
has-
a piece of shit anyway.
He has
God damn.
But he's my boy. Like,
he
you know,
has
back.
nuts anyway. To be a cab
Yes,
driver in New York.
yes. But
Yeah.
he will cut motherfuckers off like it's no tomorrow. But he said the worst piece of this is funny to me. He said he cut somebody off. They pulled up beside him. And they threw an open bag of Cheetos in his cab. Man, it was the worst because you know the orange got everywhere.
But did he
the best
eat 'em, though?
revenge. I almost want to keep a bag of Cheetos in my car just so I can throw them shots at somebody.
That's the closest thing they had to him. Like, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just about
It talks
anything.
about like that.
Right.
So we'll go to the next topic after this. Like, do y'all think so? Should every black person have a gun? Just to get back to the
Not everybody.
Okay, maybe not everybody.
Not everybody. 'Cause there's
I
some
think-
bad seeds out there.
Mm.
There's some. If you are legally capable of carrying a firearm, you should definitely take advantage
But that's
of your
where
rights.
that's where it gets murky at, because what's legal? To me, I mean, like, honestly, yo, ain't nobody walking around this bitch who ain't fucked up. They just didn't get caught fucking up.
Right,
You know what I'm
true,
saying? Especially
right.
if you serve your debt. Hey, it's like shit like that's a dirty game. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have the bread to fight your situation the right way, you won't win it. And there's a lot of motherfuckers who walk around here who can still get weapons, who actually fucked up, but have bread to fight and get that shit thrown out or whatever. Whatever the case may be.
That leads to another thing that I actually read though. A question that actually came up, and they were saying, should you be should the state or the government be allowed to background check you to purchase a firearm? And in my opinion, you know, because after reading that and really sitting and thinking about it, you do a background check to get a job.
Correct.
You get a background check for, you know, if they run your credit on. You do all this background checks for this, but when you do a background check on actually purchasing a firearm, it's one of those. It goes to say your background may not have anything negative to say about you,
Right.
but you may have an unstable mental state.
Correct.
You may be literally crazy, and the reason why you're about to buy this firearm is to go shoot some shit up, and you've stayed positive and on the right road so that you can legally purchase one so that you can fuck some shit up later.
Correct.
Or somebody at this point in your life, you decided to join some kind of cult,
Right.
and they chose you because they know your ass ain't got no
Good.
record,
Yeah.
and you can legally get everybody what
You
they
can
need.
move undetected.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a background check really won't do shit.
Who the fuck getting a background check? Who the fuck going to get a gun with a fucked up background?
Like, who's literally, like, if you need a gun, I got you over here.
You
Like,
know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
they going to the
slave.
streets.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you got?
Like, what you did in the past won't dictate what you capable of doing in the future.
So, in reality, does everyone need one? Not everybody. Not every black person. Not every white person. Not really. But every black person, no.
Good
Because
answer,
there's.
sir.
But in reality, no. Because at the end of the day, like I said, some unstable motherfuckers out there.
Yeah.
In any race, there's some unstable motherfuckers out there.
If they're gonna do a background check for guns, they need a background check and a mental evaluation for bitches having kids.
Shit. That's a whole new world.
For real. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's real.
Yeah, some people don't need to reproduce. For real, man.
Oh,
Yo. Yo.
I did it.
Bro, yo, it is what it is, man. Some of these motherfuckers, like, yo, if your mom and your daddy nutso, You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're gonna be nuts off.
yeah,
So,
you believe in smoking blunts with your kids at 10 and shit like that. Like,
damn.
God forbid, you know, I hope the kids get it together, but shit, their chances are reduced. Just like being their parent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
yo, why you get up early going to school for? I'm like, yo, whoa, nah.
Yeah.
I need a do-over. I need a new daddy, new mama. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just glad I can't jab his ass by knowing who he's really talking about subliminally.
No, I'm not. I'm not nobody else. I'm saying people I deal with on a daily basis, for real. And my situation ain't the best in the world, but shit, I did the best with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I see some shit on a daily basis that.
Well, that'll fuck him up anyway.
You gotta have faith in the Father, man. Have faith in the Father. You know what I'm saying? But back to the initial question, I agree. I think if one motherfucker can have a gun, I think everybody, it need to level the playing field. Because one motherfucker with that gun, everybody can't take power. Everybody can't take being a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've been around cats who their whole demeanor changed when they got that strap. Take that strap. Your chest ain't poking out as tough.
Right.
Like everybody can't take ass whooping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, you know, biggest man in the world, they're strapped. But when they get behind that wall, whole other story.
Right. You can give a nigga Wendy's a promotion and they go crazy. You know what I'm saying? You give him a gun, it's over.
You just gave him a title. Right. 50 cent raise. Like, you're not moving out your neighborhood with that.
Right.
We can secure your position for the next 5 years. Who really won?
I know.
Right.
Talking shit to everybody.
You're fired. Go by.
At least you gotta hire
No more
paid
catch-ups for
slave.
you.
Right.
No more catch-ups. One catch-up.
He's over the extra dipping sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
There's basically a kind of a jujitsu that will teach you to, in order for you to even participate in fighting, you have to learn how to save a life before you actually learn how to take one. So, in that sense, I think it'd be the same. I think it should be the same demeanor as far as owning a weapon. I think out of everything in the world that is built, a gun is literally built to kill. Like, originally, it is to kill. A knife, you can say a knife is built to kill. No, a knife is actually, they built knives for kitchenware, to chop some shit up for food or whatever. But a gun was built to fire, to protect, or to hunt, and it still kills. So therefore, it's to kill. A bomb, you can say, well, the bombs, they were built to blow some shit up, yes.
Yeah.
But they also use bombs for demolition.
Yeah.
Not for killing, but for demolition. But guns were built to kill. So therefore, you should take a fucking training class to learn how to handle it. Learn how to fucking handle it.
Yeah.
Stop shooting fucking sideways, trying to take kill shots and shit. Learn how to handle it. You know.
Do you shoot sideways in Grand Theft Auto? I ain't played in a minute. You can do that. Shoot I don't know. Does he shoot sideways?
On some real shit, like my son.
I don't know.
My son has Nerf guns.
Yeah.
He's racking up a few. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, listen. Because he'll like want to show me his gun. Yeah, he'll like
holy shit.
show it to me, right? I'm like, yo, listen, hey, point that shit down or hold it up.
Yeah.
I found myself saying, you know what, I'm going to start giving him little things to work on now. So I'm going to teach him how to shoot. I was taught like I was like 9 or 10 years old.
I started my son real early. He's 3 right now. My son literally, actually, I do this shit all the time because I'm one of those parents that have firearms around the house, and no, they're not in a level where he can reach them. But I have firearms around my house, and what I do is I'll unload all of them, and and my son has Nerf guns. Actually, he has Nerf guns, and he has like his little ones that just make noise when you shoot.
Yeah.
Actually, what I do, I lay them out all across the bed. And of course, yes, so the viewers will know they are unloaded and safe. But I lay them across the bed.
Facebook like a jam.
Yeah. I lay them across the bed, and I tell him, you know, like, what is this one? He'll be like, that's real. Is this bad to play with? Yes. What's this one? That's a fake one. Is this okay to play with? Yes. So I actually showed him which one's real, which one's fake. And I've trained him on how to hold that shit properly. All that.
Plus,
At 3.
Plus, he knows who his father is.
Yeah.
All right. He also has the fear of God in him of his father. Like, that starts with everything. Like, does he want to deal with this motherfucker playing with these guns? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth the hell that he's gonna go through after that?
But I'm training my nephew the same way. My nephew is 12, but he lived in California where ain't nobody had no gun over there. So he moved here, and I'm still helping him.
He's a respectful kid, though.
Yep.
He's a very respectful kid. You know what I'm saying? Someone also put the fear in him also. The fears, I see that in him. You know what I'm saying? He's very, you know, he moves right. I noticed that shit all in a little bit. I was around him yesterday. He ain't reckless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like somebody said to him, like,
I noticed that too.
Somebody said to him, "Nigga, I'll kill you." He believed.
This nigga might kill me.
Right. Like my stepfather taught me about guns, and I believe that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't promote the word nigga, but he was a nigga. Yeah.
Alright.
He did it. He did his deed.
Well, it's been about 30 minutes. Let's go on to the next topic.
Hold on. Let me give a shout out to our keynote sponsors for this podcast. We have, of course, the good people at iRepair in Richmond Hill, Georgia. We have the good people over at Savannah State Showcase radio show. I think it's WRUU. Oh, WRUU. WRUU. I apologize.
You good?
We also have the people at Wireless Plus in Hinesville. We have the people at House of LA Fashion in Richmond Hill. We have the people at So Express in Hinesville, and also a new detail shop in Hinesville, All Hands Detail Shop in Hinesville. We appreciate you all for supporting our movement, and we are also looking for additional supporters of this movement. Even if you have a case of water, cups, napkins, whatever the case may be, we appreciate any and everything.
You almost killed me. That's the second time.
If you can swing by the ice machine and bring us bags of ice, we will give you a shout out.
Hey,
We're on the come up.
we looking for people to actually, if you go on 3 Men Talk, really on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, email. Go on there. If you are in the area, if you're not in the area, you can comment, you can post, you can share for us. You can also email us, you know, a topic that you would like us to discuss. You can also email us in case you are an upcoming artist, an upcoming politician. It really doesn't matter. If you are just trying to get your name out there, just like us, we want you on the show, even if we have to do it through a live video chat or whatever it has to be. But we want you on the show to get your opinion, and we want you to, you know, to get your own followers, your own group of followers, and that'll help us, and we can help you.
Yeah, and shout out to the people watching us on Periscope. I don't know, was anybody see it?
Actually,
Yeah.
let's remote it.
About how many?
Hey, a lot.
Hey, don't matter. Hey,
It don't
Man,
matter.
we got 3.
appreciate the 3 people fucking with us.
Hey, we got
Hey,
3.
what's up, fellas and ladies? Anyway, so next topic on 3 Men Talk.
Say something, everybody.
Should black people vote more?
J-Rock?
Well,
Keep it short.
I'm gonna keep it. Y'all gonna get something. Never let me do that. Damn. Look, I feel like I'm gonna lose followers if I tell you the truth. Really,
You might gain something.
All right. Because
So I'm gonna tell the truth. Don't give a fuck. It's what it is. What it is.
all right,
Eat it or not.
all right, all right. I'm gonna give you the true J-Rock version of this shit. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. But I'm also gonna slide in a little bit of extras. So it's not gonna be long. The true shit, how I feel about it is, voting is a fucking scam. I feel like it's a fucking scam. I vote. I do. Because I hope that my vote fucking counts. But every time I look at the organization that puts this shit together, it's a literally lose-win and never win for the people who actually put in the time for it to win, but it's a lose-win situation. So by me voting, I feel like, yes, I see the polls, I see how many people voted for this one person, but in reality, I'm not making a fucking dent, because the truth of the matter is that there are people who have already hired other people who create, what's the word I'm looking for?
Oh.
No.
Oh.
You know, right now I've been drinking anyway.
people who have hired other people who create.
No, I know. I got where I'm at. I didn't get sidetracked, but
I'm trying to think about the word.
y'all know what I'm talking about. Goddamn.
Okay.
Anyway, there's regular voters,
Mm-hmm.
and then there is the
Electoral college.
electoral. There it is. That's where I was looking for. Anyway, so
Brother Raz wins
Yeah.
20 points.
so the reality is, all of us voting daily, during this whole time frame of voting, you can vote as much as you want. But if the electoral college decides that they all are in favor of one person, your fucking vote didn't matter. It really didn't. Really, because if we look at the polls from just this last year, who had the most votes? Hillary. She had the most votes. Actually, reality, Bernie would have fucking surpassed Hillary, but Hillary had the most votes over Trump. But Trump became president because of the electoral votes. I don't have a fucking electoral vote. I don't. I'm not the guy that they picked. I wasn't chosen. You weren't chosen. You weren't chosen. So therefore, if we three voted, but the electoral college voted and they won, then our vote really didn't fucking matter. And it doesn't have to do with the majority of the people who voted in certain states. It has to do with literally whose fucking team are you on? You're a Republican, you're a Democrat. You fucking vote, that's who we want. Oh, you won. That's the majority. If the majority of the electoral college voted and they voted for the same person, then you fucking won. That's it. So my vote really, in my mind, and in reality, shit don't matter. So that's my take. But I still vote, and I believe that you should vote, because maybe one day in the rim of the world, it will change.
That was Jay's disclaimer for his views.
I hope I didn't lose. I hope I didn't lose any followers. But hey, fuck you if I did.
Actually, I didn't have electoral college vote.
Oh, you did?
I just voted for Trump. Fuck it.
Oh shit.
Nah, but for real, I mean, my viewing is that, like, one of my homies who, he's a county commissioner, one of the youngest county commissioners in Georgia. I'm not gonna shout him out because I don't want his views. I don't want my views to be construed with his views. But he's a brother.
Look his ass up, bro.
That's handling his business. But he was the one who taught me that we should focus more on the local elections.
Mm-hmm.
We have more influence over the local elections, in which the local elections, we see the day-to-day of that, of the ramifications of that, more than the national.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That actually
You
makes
know,
a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, he taught me that shit, 'cause I never even thought about it, but what I would like for our brothers and sisters to think about is that, okay, look at how long you've been voting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now look at your life since you've been voting. How much has your vote improved your life? If it has improved your life, you've been on the right path. If it hasn't improved your life, you have to evaluate this. We can vote every motherfucking election, but if we don't have a plan, for our vote, we just throwing that shit in the wind. We just participate and get the damn sticker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we steadily giving our votes away every election just to say we voted. It's like, it is what it is. The Democratic Party, man.
And worse shit.
Yeah, nah, it's like they can say, it's like they can say, hey, I got them niggas vote regardless. You know what I'm saying? Without doing nothing for it. Me, myself, I have to, be honest with myself. I'm a business owner. Yes.
Okay.
I'm a Republican.
You're a Republican.
Yes, straight up. I tell people I'm a conservative liberal. I believe that there's people that do need help, but I think there's people that need help to help themselves.
Do you believe in gun rights and gun ownership?
I would have to say for that answer, we have to have we have to include everything, because people want to revert back to the Second Amendment, right, for your gun ownership.
Yeah, with that.
But that was when we had militias and 1 mile between the house and shit. Like, it's not that. We didn't have a standing army back then.
Yeah.
We didn't have fucking 1,000 policemen for 1,001 citizens. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Disregard my question. That nigga fucked it up.
I'm just saying, it's like,
You ruined it.
people want to.
I know, right? Yo,
Don't ask him shit.
nigga ruined it for me.
I want to ask.
I was gonna be like, nigga, you're not liberal if you believe in gun rights. Well, let me tell you. Well, fuck it, then.
The thing about
You know what? You are goddamn liberal.
The thing about it, it's always somebody else changing the narrative of the label.
Yeah,
Because years ago, we were all Republican.
Yeah, black people.
Based upon
the
that.
party of Lincoln.
And that's crazy in itself.
Yeah.
Because most of us have not studied who he truly was. He was not our savior. You know what I'm saying? Like, Clinton was not our savior. Yes, he played the sax, and yes, he had a little
It was on Arsenio
flair.
Hall.
Yeah. But he was doing his damn job to get elected.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he was our savior, we would not have the prison population under that man as we did.
Right.
That directed. It was like, yo, the disparity between crack and cocaine. Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me I get more time? Cause I added water.
Yeah, it's true.
A little bit. A little heat.
I'm not gonna
You
tell you
know
how.
what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna tell you how to cook. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, like, come on, man. It's like, I think about that shit like I think about when I watch McDonald's commercials. The kid is break dancing. It's rapping. Right. Like, who is that for?
It's on every BET commercial too.
Yeah.
Commercial break. Yeah.
I'm like, who is that for? But I can't knock nobody for
y'all
going
for
for that
showing us
paper.
love out there.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you very much.
How you-
Yeah.
you cool?
People hearting us.
People hearting us.
That's what's up. Shout out to
Appreciate
you.
it. But you know what I'm saying? I just really think that we need to get back to as far as trusting each other. Like when I say trust each other, I'm saying like trust in each other. I'm not saying look past the bullshit you know in a person. Don't do that. Don't go get nut who don't get up until 2 o'clock and then stay up till 5 in the morning to be the motherfucking policy holder or the bank. No, that's not that. He needs to be groomed for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at least, we get enough strength in our own culture And me being like pro my culture does not mean I'm anti anybody else's culture.
Mm-hmm.
I just know my culture can utilize my strength in my direction more than anyone else, and my culture needs it the most. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, there's no need to keep falling for the same banana in the tailpipe tricks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, damn, how many times you gonna keep voting for people and going out supporting people who really ain't supporting you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, like, it's nothing wrong with saying, hey, we need something for the Africans that are in America. You got something for people who want to, you know, do their colorful flags, or women who want their rights, who've been getting their rights. But I can't help but to look at the culture of my people and look at our financial position. Our position of wealth, our position of ownership is the same as it's been for years.
Yeah.
That's a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I see most of my people out there supporting everybody else's thing, but I don't see probably too many people rallying to their cries.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's just my point of view.
I like people that support local businesses
Correct.
and black-owned businesses, because that shit's kind of rare.
If a person has any kind of humanity in their heart, if you look at the culture of my people and say something's not right, right? If you can't say that, you really ain't. You're not humane.
Also,
You're bullshitting yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I like when they support local, black-owned, and veteran. There we go. Put that
So
out
it's
there.
basically just your business.
That's what.
It's basically.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're African American, especially if you're over 50, you're a veteran regardless. Because you survived.
Bullshit.
Yes. You've endured some humiliating shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had to talk to some older cats, like, you know, they don't examine alcoholism in our culture. What could be some of the causes? Like an elderly man in his 60s having to call a younger man in another culture that's in his 20s, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That has to eat at your soul.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense to me. And, you know, that conversation can go somewhere else, so that's really about some other shit, but it's 2017, maybe 2018, let's start from where we are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's utilize the education, the knowledge of the past to like propel us to the future. It is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, like anybody sitting in here, if you had 1 million acres and you had free labor, what is gonna make you say, I'm gonna let them free tomorrow?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna knock you for, you know, enjoying the spoils of the war.
Yeah.
Don't bullshit me like you ain't enjoying that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
Right.
man.
Right.
It is what it is.
Raz, it's on you.
It's like you have your.
Raz, it's on you.
Hold up, man. It's like you have. That's like you getting domed out, and you gonna pull out right before you let loose. You know what? I don't need to be doing this. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. It's not happening. Start from where you are. Fuck the mistakes of yesterday. It is what it is. And use that information. Prepare yourself for the future. And don't make excuses for nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it is what it is here. It ain't no damn gray area. We like to create a gray area. It's not a gray area. It's black and white. They show us that shit every day. But it's like the people don't understand. And I'm saying this to every culture. If you are not a part of the 2%, you do not matter. You are doing the work for others.
Mm-hmm.
If you are not a part of the 2% with the paper and the power, you don't even matter. You're just being used like we being used. And I regress.
Right. He got too much sauce. He got too much sauce. Hey, you can't let that nigga keep going. He gonna take that shit to a whole new level.
Yo, I'm just passionate about certain shit. I can't help it.
I love it. I love it.
That's why
I
I
love
cut
it.
you off.
I love it.
I want you to keep.
But he'll take us all to a whole nother level, and then we start discussing some shit.
That's why if you
That's
know,
gonna make niggas angry.
that's why if you notice that gun shit, that's not my area. I don't really know much about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I I feel how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I look at shit. I'm tired of seeing these young brothers and sisters paraded on the news every morning. You know what I'm saying? As the problem, their reaction to the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is, like, you know, come on. They are a reaction to the problem. Like, these kids are just, these kids, they got parents. Their parents are damn, like, their parents don't even know what's really going on. You know? So shit, like, educate yourself in yourself. You know? How is she gonna plan to move forward?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Go for your shit.
What are we talking about?
Vote.
Should black people vote?
Yeah.
You said some real shit. Locally is where your power is. Like that's why I did the Savannah Business Showcase, because that's why I'm having the most power. If I try to jump out and do a podcast or radio show where I'm interviewing big name people like Charlemagne or other motherfuckers, like I'm not gonna get off the ground. But if I do some shit locally, I'm gonna have some power. So I almost joined the Richmond Hill City Council, but Tuesday nights is just a bad night for me. They meet every Tuesday nights at like 6:30 or some shit. Because I almost did that shit. But anyway.
You will do it.
First of all,
I will do it as soon as I get it, as soon as my wife
actually,
and my schedule
I'll be on that council.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do it. That's what's up.
No, I do.
That's what's up. That's what
I get the message all the time.
Yeah, that's what's up. Anyway, that's what your power is. I think you should vote locally, know who your local leaders are, and know how to hold them accountable. As far as the president, that shit don't fucking matter.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Every president, probably including Obama, has been racist as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
They all have
Straight
taken
up.
orders.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't run nothing.
Yeah, they're the
You know?
They put their bill in, and they get this paper back and
Yeah,
reject.
that's what I'm saying. So like all this stuff don't matter.
They're the grand marshal of the parade.
Yeah, yeah. Especially in Georgia, because I went to vote, everything was Republican. I didn't have a choice to vote Democrat, except for like 1 or 2 people. Outside, everything was red. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why am I even here if it don't matter? I remember walking in the building, and there was this old white lady. She was nice, but I just tell from her aura, her face, yeah, nigga, we gonna win this.
You know all that dancing you did in 2008?
She probably was Nay.
Yeah.
How you do that, Cindy boy? Going down tonight, Dad.
Yeah, go ahead and vote, darling.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Your vote's gonna help.
Yeah. Us.
Us.
Yeah. But it was cool though. I probably won't do that shit again. We'll
I
see.
probably won't do it.
Probably not. It was more a waste of
Governor.
time than anything else.
Governor.
Yeah.
It's like
Chief of police.
it's like
Right.
sentimental to like you want to give some kids some shit to believe in, like your vote is gonna count and
Yeah.
you're gonna decide the fate of the world.
Right.
That's like
Yeah,
fucking believing in Santa Claus
Santa's coming,
and the Tooth Fairy.
Yep.
Yeah, motherfucker. Well,
Yeah.
I start telling the truth in the beginning.
Right.
That shit ain't real.
For minorities anyway.
You don't have no power.
Right, for minorities.
Like Dr. Claude Anderson said, no. Dr. Henry Clark, the only time you should answer to being a minority is to give you some money.
It's real shit.
He said, because if you look globally, you are the majority.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But again, that's a whole other conversation.
Mentality, yeah.
Yeah. I think the local way is the best way, and if it's gonna be nationally, I really believe that eventually, we gotta put our flag down. We don't have a choice. Like we don't have it's gonna come a time where we don't have a choice because it's gonna get so crazy. Like, listen, everybody is receiving what they want, and we keep getting, wait till next year.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on it. Let's have a conversation. No.
400 years later, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
The conversation is in the history books.
Yeah.
Well, the real ones, not
Right.
the ones you motherfuckers rewrite and shit like
Oh,
that.
man,
But
it's terrible too.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's documented. Every February, we're reminded that we were chained up and we were bitten by dogs and we were washed down with water hoses and we begged to sit at a table to get something to eat. But no one focused on the fact that those buses being filled with us, they had to change that. Because that's when some of us learned our worth. Our worth. So a lot of people don't know their worth. Know your worth. If you don't put a number on you, somebody else will. It's gonna be a lot lower than what you thought it should be. You know? Like, it's like, again, like invest in yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like study yourself. You're worth much more value than you're told you are. You know?
Mm-hmm.
How the hell you gonna take somebody's opinion over your own? Get the fuck out of here.
We can do Kyrie. I got another one, man. It just hit me.
Just throw it out there.
Throw it out there.
It's random.
We don't know enough about Kyrie yet.
We don't know enough about Kyrie.
And
So
they lost.
I pedicabbed a little bit in Savannah. Pedicab. Doing that shit just a little bit on the side and learn the city.
Actually, for our viewers' sake, pedicab is
It's like a rickshaw.
It's like a bicycle chauffeur kind of.
Yeah, like a
Driving
rickshaw.
people around.
Yeah,
Like they
Rickshaw
dr-
type shit. Yeah, downtown.
Mainly it's
I know
motherfuckers that's
Yeah,
drunk.
just start.
It's
I
mainly
did about a
motherfuckers.
month. I ain't did it all. I ain't do it all July except the 4th.
Okay.
Made a little bit of bank
That's
before.
that's a good day.
But anyway, picked up this dude. He took me around all day, gave me mad money, right? So it was cool. But like when he first got in, right? He was an old white guy. He was 70. I thought he was about 55. Really overweight. He can only fit one person in the back. It was just me and him for hours, right? He was spending $50 an hour. When he first got in, he said something like, "I'm just the old house nigga."
Whoa.
Old white guy, right? Now he didn't call me a nigga.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I said something, and that's just the way he responded. He's from Alabama. He's 70 years old. He said he remembered like being a part of like the Martin Luther King shit. You know, when they were down there like blocking bridges and doing that movement. He remembers being there as a kid. He told me some deep stuff after that. But like he said nigger.
Was he there to support or against?
He was a little kid. He said he was just on the bus, and he said one thing was cool. He said he remembers he was like Methodist or something. He remembers being in Methodist church. He remembers the people wondering if Martin Luther King was the second coming of Jesus Christ, which is crazy because it's a white congregation, right? So they were talking about that then, like, is he the second coming? Anyway.
Yeah, that's major. Right?
Yeah, that's major, right?
Yeah, that's major right there.
ER or AH?
I don't know. He was country, so I don't know. So it could have been either way. He was country.
Depends on who was listening.
Rolling the ball.
But he was paying me $50 an hour. So,
Hey, it was But then again,
So I'm
were driving him.
I'm gonna get to the question.
He was raised around us. He
So-
picked it up that way.
So he still pedaled, you know what I'm saying? So I still took him around for another hour or so. And it just got me to think, like, am I selling out? Or like, is this any different than rappers having white kids saying nigger at their conferences? You know what I'm saying? Nigger at their conference, what am I trying to say? Not conference, yeah, their shows and shows and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you went to Rick Ross recently. I know with some white people around you. I know they must have said nigger.
As a matter of fact,
see, but I think
right next to
see what I think that is like that touches on time also.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, at a certain time, like there's certain elders we pass every day. Remember a time where it was different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have elders who tell me about the time when it was different. I was around one of my elders when I had to go with them to see another elder from another culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their demeanor changed as soon as we got in that damn room.
Mm.
At first it hurt me, my emotions rather. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, this is a time stamp I'm dealing with here. This is something else. And I can't be too critical of it because I don't know shit about it. Like I know it from a standpoint of researching it, but I wasn't there. Like I don't deal with brothers who say, I wish I was in slavery, I would have did. No, bitch, you would have got your ass. If you didn't go Nat Turner, it would have been clubfoot, cut your dick off,
Your name
whatever.
was
You know what I'm saying? You would have been, what's the shit called? Damn, I got the term, but you basically get bucked. Yeah, bucked, some shit like that. You get rammed in front of the rest of the people.
Yeah,
to break your spirit.
They take your manhood away.
Correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if you, a lot of us be thinking about a person we're confronting.
Yeah.
We don't think about a system we're confronting. That's like you running from the police.
Mm-hmm.
You can outrun that cop. Can you outrun that radio? truthfully, my nigga, like at the end of the day, like I think I've been around. So I'm gonna be real. I got 2 good friends. They're technically rednecks.
Mm-hmm.
Technically.
Yeah.
But
You technically a redneck.
Yeah, I'm a redneck.
I'm like, you technically talking to one right now.
I know what you mean, but your tan doesn't fluctuate. You know what I'm saying? Like I get what you're saying.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like my grandma called me a country city nigga. I get it. I know it. But I'm saying like these 2 brothers, I call them that because I know their heart.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got history. Like other people can see them and think something totally different. Because one of them, you know what I'm saying, his beard is down to his gut. But I know his heart. Yeah, I know his heart. So I can't knock how he was raised.
Right.
Like when I see people flying the Confederate flag, a lot of them are just reflecting on their culture.
Yeah, the heritage.
Their heritage,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get that. But I don't have to accept your narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have a different viewpoint. You know what I'm
Real.
saying?
Yeah, that's real.
So it's really, again, it's like, the best thing you could have done is talk to that man.
Yeah.
To see
And
who he
that's-
truly was.
That's what I did, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I almost said, I can't give this ride, you have to get out. I'm going home, you get out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I did the ride. We actually talked a lot, man. He was a cool guy. And honestly, like he was 70. His wife of like 50 years had just died a few years ago of cancer. Nothing he could do about it. He lives in North Carolina, all his family's in Alabama. He's just an old dude that's hurting.
First of
You know
all,
what I mean?
you have to give out the respect to the. It doesn't really matter how racist they really are, but when they are that old and they get the respect of just living their life. And I feel like at some point when I get that old, if I can make it to that age, and I know Jay's about to be like, you're gonna make it to that age.
You're going to make it to age, but you're not going to let them be
Look.
disrespectful.
No, but not disrespectful. But as long as they're just being,
Mm-hmm.
they're just speaking and not really truly being disrespectful. When you get older,
Yeah.
just say shit.
Yeah,
I've run into a few older, like I've had an older couple come into my store, and it felt disrespectful. I felt disrespected, but I realized it was just like, that they probably from where they come from to where they are today, they probably never seen it. Said, yeah, my background, my degree is in computer engineering. She said, you own this store?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She said, well, she didn't know. She said, what's your background in? I said, computer engineering. She said, oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And the way that she said that was like,
Okay. So she ain't call you boy or nothing?
nigga, you went to school? Like, okay. But she was just like surprised, like she ain't never seen a black owner of something.
Right.
And
Right.
and in technology where she was lacking in something where she had to come and ask advice of me.
Mm-hmm.
So she was really like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, what do I say? But I have to ask because I need help.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's like, yeah, okay, you good. But if you treat them with respect, at the end of the day, it's going to be mutual.
You know what, you
Yeah.
pointed out
That's
something,
true.
though, too. You made me
That's
think
true.
about something. Another thing, too, bro, is that you also have to be, keep in mind who they used to dealing with.
Yeah.
Because I know I've been around some of my people. I had to tell my cousin something today. You know what I'm saying? Like, he made look like I was crazy, but some people just have a subservient spirit about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they feel they gotta look down at their feet. Like, if you don't treat yourself with respect, why would somebody else respect you?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't give a fuck who I engage, especially the elders who I feel like they might tweet to that side.
Mm-hmm.
Is in the face, is stand up right, because they can feel the spirit. They can see the aura.
Yeah, the weakness in you. Yeah.
No, not the weakness in me. They see the
Well,
other
that's you.
shit.
That's you.
Yeah, I'm talking me right now.
Okay.
They see he might not move like that. He might not be rapping. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm about 80 years old. He's about 260, 250. This won't end right. Like every man ain't dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, case in point. A lot of numbers of us, minimal numbers of them. It goes totally different. More cordial, more brotherly love. But I get it. I understand society and everything like that. That's why it's important for people to talk to other people.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, people will fuck around and continue to repeat the rhetoric of others. The 2% are feeding the rhetoric and the mindset to people, and they're just repeating that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like no one focused on the fact that the Black Panthers was in the Appalachian Mountains meeting with the locals to see what ills are they facing. You know what I'm saying? Comparing the ills. Look at the documentary show on PBS. They were meeting with the Asian community also. But they won't show that. That's not pushed. All you see is the brother that just got out with the bandana or the beret with the rifle, the black leather jacket and 90-degree weather. You know what I'm saying? Of course he's gonna be frowned up. It's hot. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
But that's the image you're portraying. You know what I'm saying? You show no.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody.
You been riding around Georgia with no heat in no air in your car? You'll be pissed off too. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
100% humidity.
Yeah.
I just think that people just gotta start getting back to the point where you engage. Like if you have a question about a culture, go engage somebody from that culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get that shit all the time from my homies that's Asian or Dominican or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We hit each other with the slick shit. But I know their heart. They know my heart. You know what I'm saying? So it don't go nowhere. But I was in Jessup and a dude he tried to ruffle my feathers like the older gentleman did, right? But I just hit him with the information. You know what I'm saying? Because my man already kind of told me about him before he even came.
Gotcha.
But by the time we separated, he was like, you know what, I like you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was respect amongst men.
Right.
That's at the end of the day, if it always comes down to that, when men respect each other, because everybody wasn't shucking and jiving.
Right.
There was some brothers and sisters who was not going. You know what I'm saying?
And that's real, because that's the same thing the old guy did to me. You know, by the time we left each other, he was like, I like you. He was like, I love you. It's hard to meet a person that you can enjoy time with together. Because we were, still shooting the shit with each other.
Correct.
You know, he was trying to get me to call an escort of my phone. You know what I'm saying? This is big ass 70-year-old guy. He's like, I probably would like her. What? Anyway, but yeah, this dude was wild. But I see what you're saying. If you stand up, you're gonna be respected.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what, because men respect men.
Correct.
Real recognize real.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what race it is.
Exactly. Respect the law of the land and that man on that land. You have peace.
Yep. You taking this out? What's our time? You taking this out?
You ready? Yeah. Let's go out. I guess J-Rod's ready to go.
No,
I guess Evan called us out.
Oh, that nigga throwing. Hey, that was a KO, Jay.
Anyway, man, much love, man. Much love.
God damn. Hey,
all love in here, all respect. Anyway, that's it. All right, Periscope. Appreciate y'all chilling with us.
Appreciate the love,
we record like
yeah.
7-ish, 8-ish o'clock every Thursday night. So if you check us out on Periscope now, you can come back next Thursday. Check us out. Probably, usually one of us is late. So
always
look around 8 o'clock. So midway, what do you say? Like us on Facebook, like us on Twitter, like us on YouTube, follow us, subscribe, comment, let us know what you thought of today's topics.
Yeah.
Let us know a topic you want to talk about.
3 Men Talk.
Break it on the ones and twos. It stays on. Break it on. Break it on radio Nasta boy.